AI may have taken the world by storm over the past 6 months, but now we're starting to see a more negative side to it. An Arizona mother claims scammers cloned her daughter's voice so they could demand a ransom. A German tabloid fooled the world for a moment, claiming it had an interview with former F1 driver Michael Schumacher, but it was all AI answering. And a music producer was able to clone the voices of Drake and The Weeknd and come up with a track which attacked pop star Selena Gomez that went up on Spotify and YouTube. So has artificial intelligence just gotten too smart too soon for people, or is the sinister side of humanity and tech converging? Hello, I'm Britt Coles and welcome to the program. For more, let's bring in Alex Eisman from Genium. Alex, great to have your company. Always a pleasure. Thanks for joining us here today. Now, I know every company may be different, of course, but could you give us an idea on how these AI organizations are just able to reproduce a clone of something so realistic, from tone to voice to inflection? It's amazing.
Those AI models are trained on hours and hours and hours of audio data that's available publicly, all the audiobooks that are out there. And there's so many data now that we have access to. And they've trained their models. It's basically like a generic voice model. And then what they do is they take a voice style transfer, and they transfer somebody's voice just off of either a 5-minute sample or a 3-second sample, as Microsoft did it recently. And you have a cloned voice of a person.
So, Alex, has humanity started to turn its attention on how it can scam people using AI? We know, historically, sometimes policy can be 2 steps behind tech, but it seems like, there has to be more regulation here.
We're seeing a byproduct of the technology being too fast for us to adapt it and to control it, and we'll see more and more of it. I don't think it's the main threat for us, and that's not what we should be worrying about, but we should be very cautious about and have family meetings and perhaps to see how to address if you hear something like that, and a key word to say to make sure that you're hearing the actual person.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point there. Now, the Future of Life Institute, they've actually put out a petition. They want to put a 6-month pause on all AI development. Do you think, is that too far? We know how great AI is and how important it is, but is this to, I guess, learn the consequences of what's happening here?
To my understanding, they want to prevent further complications of AI. AI models have hidden features that we're still discovering. We don't even know the whole capabilities of those AI models, and that's where we need to see that they want to regulate any aspect that touches human life, and that's great because we have those agencies regulating airplanes and safety, food and safety administrations. They want to do similar things there, and it's not about fake actors. It's more about the bad stuff that can happen off of AI models.
Yeah, and we know that Elon Musk signed that petition as well. But, just last week or so, he said he was going to bring out his own AI that has the truth a part of it. We know that Apple's probably working on something. So what do you think competitors are doing to, also deal with the backlash and scrutiny of AI, but to have the newest product that consumers really want? I mean, look at ChatGPT. That's just gone gangbusters.
The race is on. Everybody want to have the greatest and the
Yes.
latest, and I feel that if a company doesn't adapt, they'll be left behind. That's why we see everything is blooming. There's a lot of open source models that are out there. Any person can train their own AI nowadays if they have enough machine power. So with that, they want to pause the development of new AIs, but they're still trying to develop their own ones because they all want to compete. I think it's not about pausing; it's about exposure to us regular people, and what to what degree we're allowed to use it.
Yeah, so instead of pausing, what about companies having an opt-in type approach, for collecting and storing your info on their servers for AI? I mean, this could be relevant in the daughter case and the Weeknd Drake issues. What do you think there?
I think the data is out there already, so all the public data is out there. It's so hard to control something that's already public, and people can still use it to clone voice, to create deep fakes, and there's no regulations against that. There'll be certain markers that we'll start putting on real voices on or videos along the lines, but we're not there yet.
And Alex, we do have to wrap things up, but just on that regulation, do you think it's up to big organizations to police AI, or should governments try to step in now?
Big organizations together with the government, all together, smart minds thinking about the best for the humanity.
Absolutely. Alex, it's absolutely a pleasure to always have you on our network. Thank you for always bringing the latest developments in the tech world. No doubt we will catch up as more developments come up.
Thank you.
You're up to date. There's more Ticker News coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching Ticker News. More news is just minutes away.